Ever since the launch of GT350 in 2015, the Ford was relatively silent in the muscle car scene. Yes, they did a mid-cycle refresh on the Mustang GT and launched the Bullitt Mustang, but that's about it. There wasn't anything special. But at the same time, the competition was killing the game. Chevy with their magnificent ZL11LE and Dodge with their mighty Demon. There were some solid rumors about the GT500, and it has been believed that we might be able to get our hands on it by the beginning of 2019. But it seems that the arrival of the GT500 has been pushed a little further. In the meantime, let's see what we can make of this upcoming GT500 with all the data we have. The biggest question that many of us have about the new GT500 is what's under the hood. It's widely believed that the new GT500 will have a smaller engine than its predecessor's 5.8-liter supercharged V8. And how I know that, you may ask? Well, according to a leaked document appeared on the Mustang6G.com, the new GT500 will have a 5.2-liter supercharged V8 producing a massive 720 brake horsepower and 871 Nm of torque. The engine is same as that of in the GT350, which means that for the first time, the GT500 will have a flat plane crank V8. But unlike in the GT350, the red line is limited to 7500 RPM in the GT500. But don't take this as an ultimate gospel, because the origin of the document is still in question. But still, the output figures falls perfectly in line with what we have been previously led to believe. If that's the case, then this GT500 will be the most powerful car that Ford has ever produced. Back in May this year, there was a video leaked of the 2020 GT500 prototype puddling around in a suburban neighborhood in Michigan. That video led many to believe that the GT500 may sport the 10-speed automatic transmission that Ford co-developed with GM, which acts like a 6-speed automatic in its sportiest setting by locking up the top 4 gears. But according to Mr. Bosi Tartarovich of Road and Track, the new GT500 may ditch the manual box in favor of a DSG. According to his source, a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission is the only gearbox currently slated for sale, and it won't be the 7-speed transaxle from the Ford GT. Mr. Tartarovich believes that the GT500 will have the Trumax TR9007 transaxle, which you may also find in the 2020 mid-engine C8 Corvette. This DCT box is rated up to 1000 Nm of torque and 10,000 RPM from the rear wheel and all-wheel drive application. Now, many of you might be thinking, why in the world should anyone believe this guy? Well, Mr. Tartarovich has a stellar reputation for leaking the automotive news to the public before we even supposed to know about it. For example, he's the first person who clued us about the death of Cadillac ATS sedan, a more powerful Alfa Romeo Giulia Veloce trim, a potential Jeep Grand Wagoneer Trackhawk, and the 2019 Mazda MX-5 Miata upgrades. In my personal and humble opinion, ditching the manual gearbox is not a very smart move, because the manual box has been a part of the GT500 since its inception. The main customers of this car is going to be the true Mustang enthusiasts. And I can bet you $1,000 that many of them would love to have this American icon with a manual transmission. Ford should at least include the manual box as an option. As far as the looks go, there are some pretty solid renders have been produced by the Mustang 6G forum members based on the official teaser of the GT500. If these renders have any resemblance to the production car, then we can safely say that the 2020 Mustang GT500 will be the sickest looking muscle car out there. According to the renders, the GT500 utilizes the styling cues from both 2015 and current gen Mustang. For example, the headlights is from the 2015 Mustang, while the taillights are from the mid-cycle refresh. But all in all, the car looks sick. The new GT500 will be built on the same S550 platform in which all the other Mustangs are based on. The GT500 will receive all the top-of-the-line components like the magneto-rheological dampers, 20-inch carbon fiber wheels, etc. Ever since the news about the new Mustang GT500 went viral, many people referred the GT500 as the demon killer. That statement is not accurate. You see, the Demon is a special production car and it had only one purpose: to be the fastest street strip muscle car. In other words, the Demon is a niche market car. It's in a class of its own. But the GT500, on the other hand, will be built to appeal to a wider spectrum of customers. So comparing the GT500 to the Demon is not fair. When Ford dropped the teaser for the GT500, they claimed that the GT500 will have the most powerful production V8 engine, but they didn't reveal the exact number. But at the end of the teaser, they showed us that it will have more than 700 brake horsepower. At that time, it made sense, because by the time the GT500 launches, the Demon will be out of production. Then the only competition that the GT500 is going to have is the ZL1 and the Hellcat. But the problem is, the Dodge just dropped another bomb in the form of Hellcat Red Eye, which makes a ridiculous 797 brake horsepower, just 3 shy of 800. I know the horsepower is not everything, but still. It will be interesting to see how the Ford plans to tackle this new challenge. And whatever their plan is, we should know about it in the 2019 Detroit Auto Show. The exact launch date is still unknown, but the production car should roam around in the streets by mid-2019. So what do you guys think about this new GT500? Is it too little too late? Or does the new GT500 still has a chance in establishing itself as the ultimate muscle car? Leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. And as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, or if you loved it, please consider subscribing to the channel. See you guys next time. Drive safe.